Welcome to our Q&A video. It's more of a frequently asked questions and answer thing, so we'll get straight into it. So the first question was, why did you move to Bangkok?
The main reason that we moved to Bangkok was because that we had to leave our house in Chiang Rai sooner than we thought. We technically should have lived in Chiang Rai in our house until October, which would have worked out perfectly because that is when our current visa would end as well. But we had to leave the house and we were then faced with where do we go at short notice with Eden, and it was Bangkok.
Bangkok was the only place we could find that was pet friendly within the budget that we could afford. We could only afford between 7,000 and 8,000 baht at the time, and my parents were coming, so we were very busy planning stuff and we didn't have much time to search around, so that's why we're here. Another reason for choosing Bangkok over anywhere else is because we haven't covered this area in depth yet. We've got a lot of things that we wanted to make videos about.
While we've been doing this month of daily vlogging, we've also been making these videos. The next two videos that will go up after this are the ones that we made. Cost of living in Bangkok and things to do in Bangkok. So keep an eye out for them.
Right, question number 2, why do we bother to cook our own food? Why don't we just eat street food all the time?
I think one of the main reasons that we don't eat street food that often is purely because we like to eat our own food.
Yeah, we like to know what's going in, what ingredients are going in exactly. Sometimes we track what we eat, and you can't do that if you're constantly eating out at a street vendor or even a restaurant. You can't tell what's going in all the time. So for the majority of the time, we like to cook our own food at home.
There's also a very limited choice of street food vendors where we actually live. So for us to get street food, we would have to drive elsewhere to a market or to a busier area, because at the moment there's probably like one man out there doing some fried chicken and that's about it.
Also, we wanted to see if it was possible to live the way we used to, even though we're living in a small condo and have a Thai kitchen. Cooking at home was something we've always done, so we weren't just going to move to the city and instantly adapt and stop doing that. It's manageable, so we're still going to do it.
Yeah.
Question number 3, why don't we shop at local markets? Why do we always go to the supermarket?
The simple answer to that question is basically convenience. We don't really like food shopping, and so when we do have to do it, we would like to just go to one place and get it all over and done with in one go, chuck it all in the back of the car and done for a week.
We buy a selection of things from meat and vegetables, but also we get some Western products, and a lot of the Western products they don't have at local markets, so we'd end up having to go to the supermarket anyway. The prices at the local markets and at the supermarket that we go to are almost exactly the same for the majority of the products that we buy. You'll notice that when we go to Big C, if you look around you, 99% of the customers in there are Thai local people. They're not rich people, they're not all Westerners. We shop where the locals shop too because it is convenient, and that's the reason why we do it, and that's the reason why they do it too. There are other stores like Rimping and Tops which are geared up for Westerners, which have higher prices, and we do shop there sometimes to get our treats, but only to get treats. We do the majority of our normal shopping in Big C Supercentre.
Yeah.
Question number 4, why do we still have a car when the public transport is so good in Bangkok? This is a bit of a touchy subject for me because I've always had a car as part of independence. I love driving. Besides all of that, unless you live right near to a BTS station and unless your destination is near to a BTS station, most of the time you end up having to take multiple public transports anyway. And you can always benefit from having your own car or your own transport. That's how we feel about it. Having a dog means that we always need to have a car at some point to get Eden around.
Also, as you know, we like to get out and about and we like to explore the surrounding areas. We saw a private taxi to Hua Hin costs about 2,000 baht each.
If we put 4,000 bahts worth of fuel into our car, we could drive from Krabi to Chiang Rai and back probably. So it doesn't make sense for us to get rid of the car when we do so much exploring outside of Bangkok, or want to do that much anyway. Question number 5, what do you do for income and online work? We've covered this before. Sasha and I are both stock photographers. We take pictures of food and we take pictures of landscapes and we sell them to designers on stock photography websites. We do affiliate marketing for pet-friendly hotels with agoda.com. We sometimes do some private video editing for some international companies, Very rarely though.
Stock photography has been our main source of income since we have moved to Thailand.
Yeah, and very recently we've started to make more of an income from our YouTube channel. We're concentrating a little bit more on video now than we did perhaps in the past, but that's pretty much a roundup of what we do. Question number 6, what's the deal with Eden's accent? Honestly, we don't have a clue how Eden's voice comes about.
For those of you that have said, is it a touch of northern accent? It is a little bit, but we have no idea why. It just kind of evolved.
Yeah, Eden's voice evolves over the years. Everybody who's got a pet does a pet voice. I'm most likely sure everybody knows that. But Eden's voice has been changing over the years, and now she's got a bit of a northern accent.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
That's just, we don't know.
Get off.
Get off me. Next question. It looks like it's time for you guys to move on. Why don't you just leave Bangkok?
Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah, it's not that easy to just move house. I mean, if somebody was to turn around to you and say, why don't you just move house? Like, you have to think about all the other things that go into it. Having a pet makes things very difficult for us to move house. From the day we moved to Bangkok, we have been searching for other places to live with Eden within our budget, and it's proving very, very difficult. It's not that simple.
No, it's not that simple, and it's also not practical for us to move now. We know that in October our current visa expires and we are heading back to the UK. Eden is staying here in Thailand, but me and Jay are going back to London to renew. So there's no point in us moving before that happens.
We're just gonna stick it out and make the most of the city. Despite the bad days, we now feel a lot better about being here, and we've got lots more to see and do while we're here for these 4 months. So yes, we are looking for a new place to live, but it's not as simple as just, why don't you guys just move? There's a lot more to it than that.
Yeah, and it might look like we don't have stuff, but we do have stuff.
We're expats, we're not travellers. We stay in places for longer periods of time, so otherwise it's just not comfortable and we don't get our work done. So that's pretty much why we haven't just packed our bags and driven to the next town. It doesn't work that way. Next question. Do you speak and read Thai? Short answer, no. We can't have conversations in Thai. We know enough words to get by at local markets and to deal with mechanics and stuff like that. But we can't read any Thai, apart from 2 characters maybe.
Jay knows more Thai words than I do, but neither of us can have a conversation.
And that's not to say we haven't tried. When every expat moves to Thailand, they all say, I'm really going to get in there and learn the language. And both of us were like that. But we had so many other things to do with our work and with life in general. To dedicate so much time to learning this language was too much. So we've got to a stage where we can pass by and not be rude and respect Thai people. We can't have a conversation in Thai. So no. And yet we still get by. You don't have to speak the language here, but it's polite and it's good to learn something, definitely. Next question is for you, Eden. Somebody wants to know if you like cats.
Yeah, this one made me laugh.
Eden, does Eden like cats? To be honest, I do not mind cats. They don't bother me. We've got a couple of friends up north who have a cat, and Eden hung out with Mushu the cat for maybe a whole month, I think it was, maybe over a month, and she got on just fine. She doesn't like or not like cats.
Okay, you can go back to sleep now.
Go back to bed. I've answered my question.
Eden takes a while to warm up to other dogs.
Yeah.
But cats, she doesn't really care for.
No.
So
she just ignores them and they ignore her. So I don't mind him.
So that was the main questions that we saw cropping up through our month of daily vlogging from our subscribers that were commenting, and we just thought it would be easier to just answer them all like this rather than keep replying to the same question over and over again. But we just want to say a few things about what we've learnt about daily vlogging.
Yes. We've never done a daily vlog before in our lives. We never planned to. It was literally a next day decision after we arrived in Bangkok to give it a go.
Yeah.
And we thought it would be a very interesting way for Sasha and I to document our feelings and how the city affected us while we were here. And it did do that. It showed us like a side of ourselves that we perhaps didn't know.
Yeah. When I watch other vloggers, that I don't like is that they kind of, you can tell that they're holding back and that they will mention something, but then they don't follow it up with anything, and then you're left kind of going, oh, but what about that? Or and I feel that without meaning to, we have been quite open and very honest with our feelings, and after filming them we were like a little bit worried. We were like, maybe we shouldn't have done that, maybe we've put too much of ourselves out there, no one wants to see that, but that is basically who we are. If you sit down with us, we are very honest and open people, and we don't hide much.
It was a very alien feeling for us, like, to talk to the camera about our feelings and stuff, because it was like talking to a third person that we've never met before. We had a few bad days, but we're past that now. We're starting to look at Bangkok with a new set of eyes. We were adjusting to moving from the countryside to the city, and also taking on such a big task was very taxing on us, because daily vlogging is very hard. But
we didn't realise
how hard that was going to be. And we had to show that, because every day has to be seen. So to round it all up, we've got a couple of things that we just wanted to say about living here. We've noticed that Bangkok isn't very pet friendly at all. It's very, very difficult to find pet-friendly accommodation. None of the parks want your dogs there. There's quite a lot of street dogs, as usual. We haven't found them to be that aggressive, but still, you don't fancy walking a dog down the busy streets. No. It's not pet-friendly. It's much better if you're going to come to Thailand with the dog to find somewhere a little bit more rural, maybe up north. Yeah. We actually have some important trips planned. We are going to be going to the Philippines. In about a month's time from now. A little bit of research, a little bit of a holiday.
We are also going to Kanchanaburi in a couple of days as another little trip, and possibly a trip back up to Chiang Mai.
Possibly.
So that's all in the pipeline, but Philippines definitely is going ahead, as is Kanchanaburi. So keep your eyes out for those videos.
So we've already filmed it, but we've been to Ranong as well. Ranong, not Rayong, to do our visa run. So we've got a few videos coming up about that area. We drove for 9 hours to get down there, so maybe some of that information will be useful to you guys. And the burning question that everyone wants to know is, where next? What is happening to 8 miles from home? Well, we're just going to answer it now. Obviously, we've already said Eden is staying in Thailand. She's going to be staying with our friends. We are coming back to Thailand, but only for 6 months. So from January to June next year, we are coming back to Thailand, and we are currently looking to live in Hua Hin areas, but we're struggling to find places that will accept Eden. So that may change, but number one choice currently is Hua Hin.
You're a little pest, aren't you?
Yes, Eden, you're the pest.
Look at your face. How could they not want you?
I don't know. But that's where we're going. We're going to be back in January for 6 months. So, yay! Yeah, everyone wants us to be back in Thailand. We're coming to Thailand.
We are staying in Thailand for a
6
while
more months,
longer.
And then, who knows? Okay, guys, I hope you found this information. Useful.
Eden, you done your job. You answered your question, didn't you?
I answered my cat question.
Yes, you did that very well.
Yeah.
Well done.
And it should give you a little bit more insight into what's going through our heads right now, because a lot is going through our heads right now.
That was our little Q&A video. So if you liked it, give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, we may do another one if we need to. If we get loads and loads more questions, we may do another one.
Yeah.
That is the daily vlogging over. We're going back to 2 times a week, and we may possibly go to 3 times a week in the future.
Also, we're thinking, like, if we do like daily vlogging just when we do something, like for the Philippines trip, for example, we will probably daily vlog that trip. But then go back to 2 a week after that.
So thanks for taking the time to watch our adventure. It makes a massive difference knowing that we've got so many people watching and caring about what we do.
Yeah.
Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Say bye, Eden.
Bye.
Whee.